Good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're coming to you live from Spring Hill, Florida for tonight's softball matchup between the Weeki Wachee Hornets and the Eagles of Springstead High School. I'm Will Wilkie bringing you the call this evening. Sure are happy that you're joining us here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's free for you and it helps us out as a small nonprofit bringing you these games live from all over the Tampa Bay region. We're going to get things started with the Divinity Med Spa starting lineup.
The Divinity Med Spa starting lineup.
First for the visiting Hornets of Weeki Wachee, leading off, catching Taylor Laviano. Batting second, pitching Haley Anderson. Batting third, playing center field, Demalis Rosario. Batting fourth, playing third base, Jaden Russo. Batting fifth, playing first base, Keaton Lambutis. Batting sixth, the designated player, Meredith Kelly. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Kenzie Villegas. And batting eighth in left field, Tegan Wallace. And batting ninth and right, Daria Larson. Getting the start at second base is Jade Thompson. And the Hornets are coached by Charlene Ross. And we'll get the Springstead Eagles when they come up to bat. We're actually ready to get underway early this evening. So we apologize. We had to abbreviate the starting lineups as we're ready to get underway. Leading off the game for Weeki Wachee, Taylor Laviano. First pitch offering by Miller connects in the zone for called strike one. Running through the Springstead defensive set for you, starting with the battery. Miller in the circle, whistling behind the plate. Nobisso at third, Freeman at short. Ground ball over to Lanning, knocks it down. She'll take it unassisted for out number one. Savarese at second, Lanning that you just saw there at first base. Torres in left, Adelman in center, and Bennett in right. One out here in the inning brings up Haley Anderson. Gets the start in the circle this evening for the Hornets. And she'll take first pitch offering high for ball one. Miller delivers. That's going to be foul tipped and gloved by Whistling for strike one. One ball, one strike, one out, top of the first inning. A beautiful early evening here in Spring Hill. Changeup comes in high. Miller delivers. Going to be a ground ball over to Freeman at short. She'll fire to first. 6-3 for out number two. The Eagles having an efficient defensive inning going thus far. The Hornets trying to get a two-out rally started, which will bring up Demalis Rosario. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at GCSN Broadcast. We'll have the highlights from tonight's ball game, as well as our Glory Days player of the game that we'll highlight there as well. We also have our player announcements. So we think you'll like the contact there. Go ahead and give us a look at GCSN Broadcast on Twitter. We had a slight stoppage in play as there's a JV baseball game going on the other field here at the athletic complex here at Springstead High School, and a foul ball made its way over onto the field of play here. So got that all cleared up, and we're back to live action. It's going to be fouled straight back. Count now works to 2-1 on Rosario. Right back up to Miller. She'll make the toss over to first. The Eagles retire the Hornets in order. We move to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
The Divinity Med Spa starting lineup.
So we're going to finish the Divinity Med Spa starting lineup for the home team, Springstead Eagles. Leading off, playing center field, Alexis Adelman. Batting second, playing left, Sarah Torres. Batting third, playing second, Liberty Savarese. Batting fourth, playing shortstop, Leanna Freeman. Batting fifth in the circle, Ava Miller. Batting sixth behind the plate, Hannah Whistling. Batting seventh, playing first, Reagan Lanning. Batting eighth, playing third base, Alexis Nobisso. And batting ninth and right, Alyssa Bennett. And the Eagles are coached by Craig Swarthout. And that is your full Divinity Med Spa starting lineup. So we move to the bottom of the first inning. Alexis Adelman to lead things off for the Eagles. First pitch offering by Anderson comes in high for ball one. A line drive, but in foul territory down that third base line. Anderson delivers, and there's a fly ball to right center field. Going back on it and making the grab is Lawson. And out number one for the Hornets is recorded. Running through the Weeki Wachee defensive set for you. It's starting with the battery. Anderson in the circle. Laviano behind the plate. Russo at third. Villegas at short. Thompson at second. Lambutis at first. Wallace in left, Rosario in center, and Lawson in right. Anderson gets ahead in the canal, connects with called strike one. That's going to come in high. That's going to be a line shot foul out of play, third base side. Anderson now ahead 1-2. She's going to be looking for that punch out pitch. Torres looking to protect. Fly ball out of play again. Hope you're enjoying the content here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Go ahead and toss a like our way. We sure do appreciate it. We'd like to know that you're enjoying the programming that we bring to you live each week all throughout the Tampa Bay region. 48 live broadcasts in total this year. And that connects on the outside corner. Called strike 3. And out number 2 of the inning. So 2 outs now in the home half of the first inning. Brings up Liberty Savaries. Gets the start at second base for the Eagles this evening. She's going to try to get a 2-out rally going for the home team Eagles. Anderson looking to shut it down, but there's a line drive right back up the middle. And a solid single for Liberty Savaries. And the Eagles have a runner aboard. In steps Leanna Freeman, starting shortstop. Another hit right back up the middle. That's going to get through into left field. So back-to-back singles by the Eagle batters have them threatening now here in the home half of the first. They got 2 on, 2 out. For Ava Miller, who steps into the box. And she's going to be looking to help her own cause here, try to get some runs in. First offering misses inside for ball 1. Right back up the middle, but gloved by Anderson. 1-3 for out number 3. The Eagles leave 2. We move to the top of the second. 0-0 is your score right here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
So we advance to the top of the second inning. 0-0 is our score. Got the 4, 5, 6 hitters up for Weeki Wachee this inning. Jaden Russo to lead things off. First offering comes in low for ball 1. 2-0. Chopper over to short, tosses over to first. That's Freeman to Lanning for out number 1. Four consecutive groundouts for Miller thus far. It'll bring up Meredith Kelly to the box. Right back up the middle again. Freeman again. Back over to Lanning. Freeman getting the job done at short with another put out here this evening. Quickly out number 2. That'll bring Kenzie Villegas into the box. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Miller winds and delivers. Able to get strike 2. So Miller's going to be looking for that punch-out pitch to shut down the inning. Villegas looking to keep things alive for the Hornets. That's going to be fouled away, first base side and out of play. Count remains 0-2. It's a wonderful night for softball here in Spring Hill. We've got a great breeze off the Gulf, and that changeup rides in high for ball 1. Beautiful breeze off the Gulf, and temperatures dropping into the mid-70s, low humidity. It's just a great evening to be out here and enjoy the action. Good patience by Villegas. She battles back, works the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miller gets the strikeout and ends the top of the second. We move to the home half of inning number 2, and we'll be back right after this.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been, golf usually weekly, play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
To the home half of the second we go. We've got a 0-0 ball game. Eagles getting their second chance at the plate here. They've got the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. And leading off the inning for the Eagles will be Hannah Whistling. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Drifting into the outfield, a tough play. The wind carried that one and further out. In between Thompson and Lawson there in right. So Whistling singles, leadoff runner aboard. We do have a courtesy runner. We'll get that to you in just a moment. Ariana Durham now in at first to run. Reagan Lanning now to the plate. Durham with a late break towards second. She's going to make it in. So Durham advances to second. Eagles now have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Want to know the count on Lanning. Anderson delivers. That's going to come in high for ball 2. Anderson will battle back there. She'll connect with the called strike 2-1. That's going to make it right up through the middle. A single for Lanning puts runners on the corners. Still no outs here in the second. So the Eagles looking to capitalize. Anderson and the Hornets looking to get out of a jam. Alexis Nobisso, starting third base, steps in. Snap throw down to third. And that's going to come in high. Lanning advanced to second on that snap throw down to third. Putting 2 runners in scoring position for the Eagles. Right down that third base line, but in foul territory. Nice stop there by Laviano. Count now advances to the hitters. Count 3-1. That's going to be fouled away. And it'll work the count full. So we have a payoff pitch between Anderson and Nobisso. Anderson and the Hornets looking for that strikeout. The Eagles trying to get on the board first. There's a hit over to Villegas. She'll go home with it. The run will score. So an RBI off the bat of Alexis Nabisso, and the Eagles are on the board first. So we've got runners on the corners with nobody out. A runner has crossed. Alyssa Bennett steps in. Anderson connects with the called first strike. As again, there's a snap throw down to third. Nabisso advances to second on the play. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Again, drifting into the outfield. Thompson will go back and make the grab. Ball seems to be carrying a little bit here this evening, as the wind is coming in from left field tonight, as you can see from the flag in the distance. So out number one is recorded from the glove of Thompson at second. The lineup turns over for Springstead. Alexis Adelman steps in. Anderson connects with called strike one. Chopper down to Russo. She's going to go home with it. Laviano with the tag. A solid heads-up play by Russo and Laviano to get out number two at home, saving the run. So Adelman will make it aboard on a fielder's choice. And 2 outs now in the inning. Brings up Sarah Torres. Breaking for second is Adelman. The Hornets will concede the advancement. That'll come in high, 1-1. Don't forget to follow us at GCSN Broadcast. We'll have the highlights from tonight's ball game as well as the Glory Days Player of the Game highlighted there as well. So go ahead and give us a follow at GCSN Broadcast. There's a ground ball between Russo and Villegas. That's going to get into left. A run will score. So an RBI single off the bat of Sarah Torres, and the Eagles are now up 2-0. Liberty Savaries to the plate. Torres motors into second. Right back up the middle, knocked down by Villegas. No play to be had. The run will score. So Savaries will net the RBI single, as Villegas did a good job to knock it down. That was a hard hit ball up the middle, but nothing she could do with it, unfortunately. She's sinking up on the play, but getting checked out. It looks like she'll be okay, so we're happy to see that. Leanna Freeman now steps in. Breaking for second and getting in with the stolen base is Savaries. That first pitch offering came in for ball one. Two 2-0. So the Eagles having some opportunity here in the home half of the second. They've been able to capitalize thus far. The Hornets and Anderson looking to shut things down. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Laviano in foul territory. She'll make the grab. A great play by Laviano for out number 3, ending the Eagle threat, but they plate 3 and take a 3-run advantage into the third inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Navy SEAL veteran and endurance athlete Don Mann pushed his body to the limit and tried regenerative medicine when all other options failed.
It's unbelievable. I just assumed I was going to be in pain forever. And I've been in pain since the 80s. Now I'm running and riding a bicycle faster than I have in 7 years. Even my vision is better. I'm 100% pain-free right now. And I don't take any medications.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for regenerative treatment.
To the top of the third we go. Have the 7-8-9 hitters up for Weeki Wachee. Caitlin Lambutis to lead off the inning for the Hornets. First pitch offering by Miller comes in high for ball one. Two and 0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Slap hit in the left, but that's going to twist into foul territory. Count now evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice breaking ball there by Miller, just breaks a little bit too early. And that'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch between Miller and Lambutis. And that'll come in high for ball 4. Leadoff runner on for Weeki Wachee. Caitlin Lambutis will draw the walk. Brings up Tegan Wallace, who gets the start in left for the Hornets. Bunt is shown. A beautiful bunt right back up the middle. Miller all over it. She'll toss to Savarese, who covers at second. But the Hornet strategy pays off. The bunt advances Lambutis to second. Daria Larson now into the box. She'll so bunt as well, but will pull back as the corners came crashing in. Lawson chose bunt again, unable to connect. The attempt was made, so that'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Miller able to get it by 1-2. So 1-2. Lawson will be looking to protect. Miller looking for that punch-out pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miller will get the strikeout. And out number 2 for the Eagles. Lineup now turns over for Weeki Wachee. They got the top of the order up, and that's Taylor Laviano. There's a hard hit ball right back up the middle. Into Adelman at center. Lambutis will hold at third. So a solid single by Laviano right back up the middle. That's runners on the corners for Weeki Wachee. And now they're threatening. Trying to cash in some runs. With some runners aboard here in the third. They do have 2 outs. Haley Anderson steps up. She shows bunt. She'll pull back. Take the called strike as Laviano moves into second. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Fastball is going to connect on that outside corner. Miller now ahead, 0-2. Anderson will be taking that 2-strike approach, trying to capitalize on this opportunity for the Hornets. And that'll come in high. Off-speed pitch. Foul tipped. That's going to be fouled away. Good battle by Anderson. Line drive over the head of Nabiso. A run will score, being waved home, and making it in is Laviano. A 2 RBI single for Haley Anderson. And the Hornets are right back in it. So we have a courtesy runner. Gonna try to get the number for you. Kayla Doctor, courtesy runner now for Haley Anderson over at first. Brings up to Melis Rosario. And she'll take that first pitch offering for called strike 1. Off-speed pitch. That'll come in high. One and two. Right back up the middle. A single for Rosario. And the Hornets continue to apply the pressure here in the top of the third. I'll bring up Jaden Russo. That's going to be fouled. I think some contact was made there in the box. And that'll come in upstairs. 2-1. If you're new to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free for you and it helps us out. You can also turn on notifications so you never miss a play whenever we go live. As always, we appreciate your viewership and your support. As the count now runs to the hitter's count, 3-1. Check swing. Strike falls in the zone regardless. That'll run the count full as Miller battles back to 3-2. So the Reynolds will be going on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's going to be fouled away. Called strike 3 outside corner. Miller able to shut it down, but the Hornets plate 2. We got ourselves a ball game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Five, six, seven hitters due up for Springstead. Ava Miller to lead things off. Anderson connects on that outside corner for called strike one. That's going to be fouled straight back. Oh, and 2. Right back up the middle. Anderson knocks it down. She'll make the toss over to Lambutis for out number 1. A good job by Anderson after knocking that ball down to take her time and make the toss. Hannah Whistling steps in. She singled her last time up. Hard ground ball, but down that third base line in foul territory. That offering will break low. And that offering will connect outside corner. Anderson now ahead 1-2. In foul territory, giving chase is Russo, but she'll run out of room. Again fouled away. Anderson has the sign that she likes now. And the 1-2 offering. That'll come in low. Again fouled away. Got ourselves a battle here. Again fouled away. You don't have deja vu. It's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've got ourselves a solid battle here between Anderson and Whistling. Again fouled away. Neither player giving an inch. Still 2-2 with one out here in the bottom of the third. Inside corner. Anderson gets the strikeout. Out number 2 on the inning. It'll bring up Reagan Lanning. Fastball comes in high. Lanning singled her last time up. There's a fly ball to center field. Rosario, she'll camp under it and make the grab. We advance to the fourth. 3-2 is your score. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
We're motoring right along. We're in the top of the fourth inning. 3-2 advantage Springstead. Got the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for Weeki Wachee. Meredith Kelly takes ball one. Millard's offering comes in low, 2-0. Miller battles back, gets the called strike. 2-1. Ground ball over to first. Landing up with it. She'll take it unassisted for out number 1. Alexandra Forbes now up to bat. We'll try to make that graphic switch for you. Offering misses away, 2-0. Count now moves to 3-0 on Forbes. Miller has some work to do. Have to imagine Forbes will be taking here, but she swings away. Count now moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch between Miller and Forbes. Miller looking for that punch out. Forbes looking to get aboard for the Hornets. Called strike 3 for Ava Miller. And out number 2 for the Eagles is now in the books. Brings up Caitlin Lambutis, who walked the last time she was up. Lambutis specializes in those slap hits. Slapped over to third. Nabiso up with it. She'll make the toss to Lanning. And the side is retired. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Score remains Springstead 3, Weeki Wachee 2. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
We advance to the home half of the 4th. We've got 8-9-1 due up for the Eagles. Alexis Nabiso to lead off the inning. Off-speed pitch connects for called strike 1. We've had ourselves a battle here this evening. We sure are glad you're joining us here on GCSN for another solid matchup. There's a hard ground ball over to Russo. She gloves it, fires over to first. A great dig by Lambutis for out number 1, 5-3. That'll bring up Alyssa Bennett. Be sure to stick with us. Immediately following the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be naming our Glory Days Player of the Game. You can follow the Glory Days Player of the Game and all the past players of the games at GCSN Broadcast. We'll also have tonight's highlights posted there as well, a few short hours after the game. So go ahead, give us a follow at GCSN Broadcast. One and two, the count on Bennett. That's going to be foul ball. As that ball hugged the line between the box and the first baseline, but remaining in foul territory. And that'll come in high, 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Anderson calls for it. She'll take it solo. Out number 2 is recorded. Top of the order now up for Springstead, Alexis Adelman. There's a hard fly ball to left field. Going back on it is Wallace, and she'll make the grab. Out number 3 is in the books. We move to the 5th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been, golf usually weekly, play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
We're in the top of the 5th. Miller's first pitch offering comes in high for ball 1. Tegan Wallace in the box for Weeki Wachee. Miller connects with that called strike. And that'll come in low. This is what happens when you have 2 solid pitchers in the circle. We've got an absolute battle on the scoreboard, 3-2, and this game is just motoring right along. We're already in the top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Chopped foul. Fastball rides in high. Good patience by Wallace. She's now worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch upcoming between Miller and Wallace. Fouled straight back. Called strike 3. Miller gets out number 1. Daria Lawson now up. There's a ground ball over to third. Nabiso up with it. She'll make the toss to Lanning for out number 2. Good charge by Nabiso on that ball, cutting in front of Freeman, taking the angle and able to make that beautiful toss over to Lanning at first for out number 2. That flips over the lineup for Weeki Wachee. Taylor Laviano now up. And she'll take that first offering for ball 1. Laviano singled her last time up. Later scored off the 2 RBI single by Anderson, which brings us to where we are right now with that 3-2 score. Miller gets that called strike outside. Beautiful off-speed pitch. A great job by Laviano. She digs that out. In foul territory, right near the line. Miller took a lot off of that ball. Laviano did well to sit back on it. Right back up the middle goes Laviano. And she has her second single of the evening. Runner aboard for the Hornets with 2 outs. Laviano now represents the tying run for Weeki Wachee. Brings up Haley Anderson. And that pitch connects in the zone for called strike 1. That's going to be chop foul. Miller quickly up in the count, 0-2. Miller winds in, delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down, but the strikeout ends the inning regardless. The Hornets leave 1. We move to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-2.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
We move to the home half of the fifth inning. We've had ourselves a battle the entire way. Sure are glad you're joining us here this evening for a great night of softball action. Leading off the fifth for the Eagles will be Sarah Torres. Swing and a miss for strike one. Torres had an RBI single her last at bat. And that offering will come in high, 1-1. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, toss a like our way as well. We sure do appreciate your viewership and your support here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network as we bring 48 live broadcasts to you this season all throughout the Tampa Bay area. Showcasing the wonderful talent, these great athletes that we have out here. It's really a pleasure to be out here and watch these athletes in action. Anderson connects in the zone. She'll balance out that seesaw. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. Laviano gave chase. Good hustle on the play, but couldn't get there. Count remains 2-2. An off-speed pitch that comes in high, and good patience by Torres. Now works the count full, so a payoff pitch between Anderson and Torres. Called strike 3. Anderson with the strikeout, and out number 1 for the Hornets. Liberty Savary's now in the box. Inside corner connects for Anderson. She had an RBI single her last at bat. She's 2-2 on the evening. Popped up third base side into foul territory is Russo, and she'll glove out number 2. Brings up Leanna Freeman. Hard shot down that third base line, but foul. The 0-1 offering by Anderson. Right back up the middle. A hard hit ball off the bat of Leanna Freeman. Runner aboard for Springstead. Ava Miller steps up.
Can I get a piece of gum tomorrow?
Foul tip. Freeman was on the move. Fastball comes in high. Freeman breaks for second. The throw down by Laviano. A beautiful throw. Freeman able to make it in. Runner now in scoring position for Springstead. On a 1-1 count, now 1-2 as Anderson's able to drop that one in the zone. Anderson looking to shut down this threat. Miller and the Eagles looking for some insurance. That's going to be a foul ball. Contact with Miller was made on that foul ball, but she remained in the box. So dead ball. Called strike 3. Anderson shuts it down. We move to the top of the 6th. Still 3-2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're in the 6th. Heart of the order due up for Weeki Wachee, Demarius Rosario. Take the first pitch offering for called strike 1. There's a hard hit ball into left field, but tracking and making the grab is Torres and left. Out number 1 as Torres was all over that one. She had some distance to cover and tracked it all the way to the glove. Good solid contact by Rosario on that ball. Jaden Russo now in. Big cut there by Russo. Fouled straight back. Whole lot of shaking going on with that GCSN camera behind the plate. We're a little bit off kilter, but we'll let it ride. Quickly 0-2. Russo looking to battle. And Miller will get strike 3. And out number 2. Meredith Kelly now up for Weeki Wachee, looking to get a 2-out rally going as they trail by 1. Outs now coming at a premium as we only have 1 frame left to go. Right back up the middle. Miller knocks it down. Makes the toss over to first. A great play by Ava Miller. The side is retired. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-2. That's right. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of 1 treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
We're in the bottom of the 6th. Hannah whistling to lead off the inning for the Eagles. Well, there's a hard shot, but foul. The Eagles put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Hornets answered right back with 2 of their own in the top of the 3rd. That brings us to where they are. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Forbes comes over. She'll make the grab. Alexandra Forbes on the grab on that one for out number 1 in the books for Weeki Wachee. Reagan Lanning steps in. Foul tip. Lanning 1-2 in the contest this evening. Anderson delivers. That's going to come in low. Evens up the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Only a single run separating these 2 teams. The 1-2 offering from Anderson. And that's going to be fly ball to left field. That'll drop in front of Wallace. Landing with her second hit on the evening. She gets aboard. Brings up Alexis Nabisso. Nice change of speed there by Anderson. She gets that first strike call. Anderson quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. She's going to be looking for that strikeout. Nabisso and the Eagles looking to keep this inning going, trying to capitalize having that runner on with just one out. Off-speed pitch fought off. Good battle by Nabisso. And that'll come in low. Good stop by Leviano. And there's a hard shot in between third and short that'll make it into left. Back-to-back singles for the Eagles. Puts runners on first and second. That'll bring up Alyssa Bennett. That's going to come in high. Or correction, we have a new hitter. Sarah Tipton. She now looks at a 1-1 count. We'll try to get that graphic up quickly. And that'll miss. 2-1. Eagle head coach Craig Swarthout calls for time to review strategy with Tipton. With this 2-runner on 1-out scenario in a close ball game, 3-2. So certainly if you're the Eagles, you got some strategy here. You want to try to get that insurance run in. If you're the Hornets, it's just old-fashioned softball right now. You want to try to shut this inning down. And keep the score the remainder of the way till you get your last at bat in the 7th. Fouled away. Count now moves to 2-2 on Tipton. Fouled away again. Good battle by Tipton. Anderson tried for that outside corner, misses away. That'll run the count full. A big payoff pitch here. Tipton continues to battle, fouls that one away. Fly ball left field, twisting in foul territory, but in pursuit is Wallace. Good hustle by Wallace, but can't get there in time. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Tracking it is Rosario. She'll make the grab. Great job by Rosario to track that one down in the gap. It was a gap no more. And a big out number 2 for the Hornets. Brings up Alexis Adelman. Fouled away. Ground ball over to short. Forbes up with it. Fires over to first. A beautiful stretch by Lambutis. But great hustle by Adamans, able to beat it out. And that'll load the bases. Head coach Charlene Ross will take a stroll to the circle to have a discussion with the field umpire. Don't forget, immediately at the conclusion tonight, we'll be naming our Glory Days player of the game, so stick with us for that. And you can find our Glory Days player promotion over on the Twitter side of Gulf Coast Sports Network at GCSN Broadcast. So go ahead, give us a follow at GCSN Broadcast, so you don't miss out on the highlights that we'll have up later tonight, and we've got a bunch of them, as well as our Glory Days player of the game. So the call will stand. Bases loaded situation. Sarah Torres now up for the Eagles. She had an RBI single in the second. Foul territory. If you're enjoying the broadcast tonight, go ahead and toss a like our way. We sure would appreciate it. We do appreciate everyone watching this evening. It's been a great game. Hard-fought battle the entire way. We're now down to the last series of outs here in a one-run ball game. Bases loaded situation here currently. Offering by Anderson upstairs, 1-1. That'll connect. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. popped up. Coming in on it is Rosario. She'll make the grab. Wow, what a turn of events we have here. The Eagles leave them loaded. It's still 3-2 advantage Springstead. We move to the final frame. You don't want to miss this. Stay with us. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
We're in the 7th. The Hornets need one to tie. Any more and they'll take the lead. Six, seven, 8 hitters due up for Weeki Wachee. Kenzie Villegas in. She shows bunt. But she did commit to offer, so that'll be strike one. Bunt shown again. Fouled away out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. The Hornets want that leadoff runner aboard. Hard hit ball again in foul territory. Miller and the Eagles trying to get out number 1. Little ground ball over to Miller. She makes the grab, tosses over to first. Villegas made that a very close play at first. A great effort on her part to motor down that line. Out number 1 recorded. Brings up Caitlin Lamputis. Slap ball over the left-hand side, out of play. That offering will miss away 1-1. Offering gets fouled away 1 and 2. Called strike 3 outside corner. Out number 2. Tegan Wallace now in the box. There's a fly ball to right field. That could be trouble, but coming in on it, making the grab for the final out of the ball game is Tipton. And that's your final score. A hard-fought battle the entire game. Springstead will take the victory tonight, 3-2. And for our Glory Days player of the selection, anytime you have a close game like this, it's always going to come down to the pitching. And tonight, that story is no different. Ava Miller for Springstead is our Glory Days player of the game, as she racked up 7 strikeouts on the inning, yielding only 2 runs, and bringing home the victory for Springstead. So, Ava Miller, you're our Glory Days player of the game. I'm Will Wilkie. We sure hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We'll see you next time.